Hello, we are talking about Pascal's triangle and this idea of n choose r, which can be written as n capital CR, or it can be written as n r aligned over top of each other in brackets like this. We say n choose r. N choose r. And it means if we have n number of things, how many ways can we choose r of them? So for example, if we have two items, choose one. If we have two items, so two markers, for instance, how many different ways can we choose one of them? Well, we're either going to choose one marker or we're going to choose the other marker. So there's two ways. So that's the reason 2 choose 1 is equal to 2. If we come down here at 3 choose 1, so we have 3 markers, okay? I'll just draw 3 sticks here for now, 3 sticks. How many different ways can we choose 2 of them? Or choose one of them, 3 choose 1. How many different ways can we choose one of them? Well, we can choose this one, or we can choose this one, or we can choose this one. That's 3 different ways. So that's the reason 3 choose 1 equals 3. Okay, if we have 3 things, we choose 2 of them. How many different ways can we do that? So here's our 3 things. We could choose these 2, or we could choose these 2, or we could choose these 2. There's 3 different ways we could choose 2 of them, and that's the reason 3 choose 2 is equal to 3. Okay, 3 choose 3 is equal to 1. The only way we can choose all 3 of them is one way, choosing all 3 of them. So that's the reason 3 choose 3 equals 1. So that's what n choose r means. Okay, so we have Pascal's triangle is one way of figuring out what the n choose r number is. Okay, we don't want to be doing this with giant numbers though, do we? Because we don't want to keep on continuing making that Pascal's triangle down to row 20. Too many chances of making an error. So we have 2 other methods of figuring out what the n choose r values are. The other non-calculator method is the formula, and the formula is n choose r is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial, and then that's multiplied by n minus r factorial. So now we need to talk about this idea of factorial. What does it mean? So this is a mathematical term. For example, 5 factorial, we say 5 factorial. What it means is we start with 5, we're going to multiply that by every integer, every whole number lower than 5 as well. So 5 factorial actually means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 20 times 6, 120. Okay, so that's just talking about what that notation factorial means. All right, so if we come over here and calculate, say 3 choose 2. Okay. Okay, back here on our Pascal's triangle, just to clarify, this n choose r, the top number is the n, the bottom number is the r. Top number's n, bottom number's r, everywhere. Okay, each of these n choose r numbers are actually just equal to that number in the Pascal's triangle. So let's go to 3 choose 3. 3 choose 2. We should end up with an answer of 3 when we use this formula. So let's take a look and see. So 3 choose 3. N is 3, so that's 3 factorial, divided by r, which is 2, 2 factorial. N minus r is 3 minus 2, and that's also factorial. So that's 3 times 2 times 1, divided by 2 times 1. This is 1 factorial, so that's just multiplied by 1 again. So that's 6 over 2, which is equal to 3. And so it works. This actually works with very large numbers as well. Okay, so we could do, say, 10 choose 8. 10 choose 8. We could figure out very easily. So let's use the formula. It's n choose r equals n factorial divided by r factorial, n minus r factorial. Okay, so let's do this. We've got 10 factorial divided by 8 factorial, 10 minus 8 factorial. That's going to be 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2, also times 1, but that's not going to change anything, so I'm not going to write it anymore. 8 factorial. Okay, well that's 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. And you might have noticed, why did I write it under the 8s here? So that I can simplify things a little easier in a moment. But that's the 8 factorial that I've written here so far. Then this is going to be 2 factorial, so that's 2 times 1, so times 2. All right, we can do this without a calculator even, because we know all of these numbers are multiplied together, all of these numbers are multiplied together, so we can simplify by simply doing our canceling. These numbers are all 1. 8 divided by 8 is 1, 7 divided by 7 is 1, and so on. And then we have 90 over 2, which is 45. So if we did out the rows of Pascal's triangle all the way down to row 10, the one in the position of 8, so remember we start counting at 0, 0, 1, 2, so the 9th one in that row would be the number 45. Okay, so that's the second way, and I'll do another video showing you how to do it on your calculator.